You want to know how I know nothing matters to Maga? You want to know how I know nothing matters to JD Vance? That the things that they've been complaining about and whining about and sniveling about and crying the crocodile tears about don't really matter to them. We know it's true on immigration. There was a solution, a legislative solution to the immigration woes that they currently act like are an existential threat to the country. And Donald Trump said, no, don't solve the problem. What am I going to campaign on? So they tanked it. Even Republicans like Lankford from Oklahoma have said as such. And yesterday, there was a 0.5 point reduction in the interest rate, the base rate across the board from the Fed. And instead of celebrating a better economy for America, that things are looking up so much so that the Federal Reserve has saw fit to lower the interest rate. Look, this isn't a conversation about the Fed and how you feel about their efficacy or too much power or not enough oversight. And we're not having that conversation in this video. Those are valid. We can talk about that, fine. But when the thing you've wanted to have happened happens and you boo that it happens, your heart isn't in the right place. Your motives are suspect. And that's exactly what happened yesterday when asked by a reporter about the rate cut, the audience boos. And I don't know if it's because they don't know the vocabulary that she's using. They're just so stupid, they don't understand the words, or that they programmatically boo when something good happens during the Biden administration. That something good happened for America, the thing they've been asking for and whining about, and they boo. Watch this.
Really quickly, just on the Fed cutting, it's a very Wall Street Journal-y question, but the Fed cut the interest rate today by 0.5 percentage point, going to alleviate inflation for a lot of people, and so if you have any reaction to that, we'd love it.
Well, look, my reaction is My reaction is a 0.5 point is nothing compared to what American families have been dealing with for the last 3 years.
One, did you see the Nobel Prize winning economist in the back? Yeah, thumbs up in the Hawaiian shirt. So the word, you think they just don't know what alleviate means? Is that what we're dealing with here? Is just a wildly uneducated Trump audience that just has no idea what the basic fundamental words are in their native tongue? You know, the same people that say, speak English, you're in America. They don't, just like their dear leader, have a firm grasp, a fluent grasp on the language. And really, if you want to know about not having a firm grasp, it's not just on the language, it's also on reality. And I do believe that JD Vance is a smart guy. I don't think he's a stupid man like Donald Trump is. He doesn't run on instinct. He's educated. So when he's asked specifically about the issue in Springfield, Ohio, the group of individuals that are now safe in America, no longer in a desperate situation in Haiti. They're hardworking people with families who are working jobs in Springfield, paying taxes in Springfield, benefiting the economy of Springfield, living one with another in groups with their neighbors. It's an all-around good situation. And they've been demonized about eating pets and cats and dogs and all of these racist lies. And when it's pointed out that, look, these aren't illegal immigrants like you continually bang on about, JD Vance. These are legal immigrants. He acknowledges, yeah, they're legals, but I'm going to continue to call them illegal.
Hi, Senator. Mia McCarthy with Politico. Question for you about the Haitian migrants in Springfield. So I know you've talked a lot about how we need to deport illegal aliens, but I wanted to ask you, the majority of the Haitians in Springfield came under TPS, so they are here legally. And I know you've expressed a lot of your issues with the TPS program and wanting to change that under a Trump-Vance administration. But I guess my question for you is, if you become the vice president under a Trump administration, what will you guys do about the migrants that are already there, since they did arrive legally? And a follow-up to that, if you plan to deport them, how would you do that legally?
Well, look, this is a media and Kamala Harris fact check that I want to clarify and clear up right now. And here's now, the media loves to say that the Haitian migrants, hundreds of thousands of them, by the way, 20,000 in Springfield, but hundreds of thousands of them all across our country, they are here legally. And what they mean is that Kamala Harris used two separate programs, mass parole and temporary protective status. She used two programs to wave a wand and to say, we're not going to deport those people here. Well, if Kamala Harris waves the wand illegally and says these people are now here legally, I'm still going to call them an illegal alien. An illegal action from Kamala Harris does not make an alien legal. That is not how this works.
This is fascist shit. This is upside down world. This is right is wrong, up is down, legal is illegal. It is detached from reality, all in service to white supremacy, by the way. That's the ultimate goal here. And I want to juxtapose what the Republican position on immigration is. And look, it's a sticky issue. It's a tough issue. Sometimes you're going to make decisions that don't please everybody. There's going to be decisions that any way you shake out, it's going to be a wrong decision. It's going to be a rough decision because there are ups and downsides to everything. Almost every time there's policy, someone gets left out or it's not perfect. And that's just the way it is. That's why the job of President of the United States is so difficult. So I want to juxtapose their position on immigration, that even though they're legal, we're going to call them illegal, against what Joe Biden said yesterday about immigration and how it should reflect our values, which in turn should cause you to look and inspect, what are our values? What kind of a country do we want to be? Do we want to be a kind of people that is loving and kind with open arms to people who are desperate? Or do we want to demonize and endanger an outgroup using racist dog whistles, bullhorns in this case, about how they're eating cats and dogs? Here's Joe Biden.
Let me be clear. We believe in an immigration system that reflects our values. We don't demonize immigrants. We don't single them out for attacks. We don't believe they're poisoning the blood of the country. We're a nation of immigrants, and that's why we're so damn strong.
Justified applause. Now, I realize that's in the White House. That's on home turf. But I truly believe that the vast majority of Americans believe this. We can't go decades and decades talking about America being a melting pot and talking about what ethnicity we are and from what country our ancestors came here, and also demonize immigrants today. It just doesn't work that way. I mean, it works that way for Republicans because they're not bitching about European immigration. They're worried about African immigration, Caribbean immigration, South American immigration. You're not going to hear a Republican bitch about a Canadian coming here, a white Canadian, someone from Scotland or Ireland. No, they're worried about brown and black people and the way that they convince otherwise what would be maybe normal, decent Americans of it is they say, well, they're eating your cats and dogs. Don't you care about that? Doesn't reflect our values. It certainly doesn't reflect my values. Doesn't reflect the faith, the deeply held religious faith, the teachings and philosophies of Jesus Christ that they claim to follow, that they claim to revere. It absolutely flies in the face of both Judeo tradition, but also Christian tradition. Doesn't matter. They've supplanted the thing they say they believe with Trumpism. That's the cult. That's the new talking point, marching orders. Anyway, what do you think? I would love to know. You can leave a comment below. That would be fantastic. It'll help YouTube to share this content with new viewers, and that is always a game changer. I would appreciate it. You can also leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054, and of course, as always, email daily@dollemore.com. You can help support this work, become a channel member, $2 a month. Go over to my Patreon page, $2 a month, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Follow me on the social media. I am at Dollemore. And I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Look, these themes are so prevalent. Be genuine. Take care of one another.